Good day. Previously we had a look at what's the pros and the cons of fossil fuels versus renewable energy. Today we're having a look a little bit more, what is the impact of fossil fuels to the market and what's the factors influencing it. Now currently there's three factors that influence it quite a bit. One is the fact that everybody is currently knowing and learning about all the environmental impacts of fossil fuels and the climate change. Secondly, the cost perspective of renewable energy is also changing and moving slowly down in comparison to your fossil fuels. And then thirdly, the technology surrounding the storage of energy, which effectively is batteries. With the increase of that, it makes it more and more viable to move away from fossil fuels to renewable energy. One of the big factors that will move us from fossil fuels over to renewable energy is if we have a crisis within the supply of fossil fuels. For instance, we had the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, where the natural gas that was pumped from Russia into Europe had a significant influence on the cost of fuel. So with that, it will increase the price, supply and demand, and by increasing the price of fossil fuels, you'll actually make it more competitive between fossil fuels and renewable energy, that parties will actually consider renewable energy in comparison to fossil fuels, just because of the fact that the cost factor is more or less the same. In South Africa, obviously, as we said previously, fossil fuels is still with us for a little bit while, especially in the fact that if you look at Eskom, that is currently mostly dependent on coal generation, as well as the turbines that uses diesel, creating electricity for the country. With the shortages and so forth, the only solution we currently have is to add renewable energy sources to our grid to actually just get to a situation where we can supply what is necessary. And only after that, we will be in a position of transferring from fossil fuels to renewable energy. So, all distribution in Africa is still very much dependent on diesel and petrol being distributed either through pipelines, through the road, to our clients across the country. We at GASPET will strive to ensure that you, our client, is always with product, that you do not stand dry, and that you've got the best quality product in your tanks. We fueled for growth.